Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. We're focusing on the football, so it's football time at BWTM Sports. If you haven't subscribed already, please do hit the subscribe button. If you're new, thank you for joining us. Okay, so it's post-match. England versus Colombia. If you're an England fan, and if you're a Colombian fan, commiserations. I will say congratulations to England, first and foremost. You know, people are probably expecting me here to slam the England side, but, you know, they did what they had to do. They've got through to the next round. One of the problems in the past with English football is that when they meet an obstacle, they find every way to get themselves out of it. This time, they recomposed themselves after going a goal down, which was good to see. Obviously, what I mean by goal down, they were goal up. They had 5 minutes left in the game, and I could tell they were going to concede a goal. It's just typical England, because England never do anything easy. And it's almost as if there was a lapse in concentration, as if to say, yeah, we've got it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. We're focusing on the football, so it's football time at BWTM Sports. It's nice to know that we're live. Thank you very much for that, Google. But anyway, yeah, it's almost as if they were like, that's it. We're gonna play Sweden, and then bam, lack of concentration, and then Mina comes in, puts the ball in the back of the net. He was always a threat as a defender. We know that, so they got back into the game. But let's wheel things back a bit and let's talk about the game itself. I was appalled yet once again. Harry Kane is being brought down inside the box by some sort of wrestling tactics. Do these defenders not understand? If you bring Harry Kane down inside the box, there's a 8 out of 10 chance you're going to concede a penalty. Do it outside the box, but don't all try and drag them, and at least make it not so obvious. This guy's climbing on top of Harry Kane and trying to bring him down inside the box. Unbelievable. Which goes on to my other point. Harry Kane, I've not seen him do anything outside of the box. I know they talk about all these penalties. Everything's been kind of inside the box. The headers he's got to get England through to the next round. I mean, you know, in that game where they were drawing against Tunisia and he got the extra goal, and all the other goals have been penalties, nothing from outside the box. And I'm not being critical of Kane, but it's just like, you know, he's done nothing outside the box. I'm still waiting for him to do something outside the box, and that's my only sort of thing about Kane. But he's been a great leader so far for England. And you tell you something, every time he's put the ball down. So far, I'm not jinxing the guy, but every time he's put that ball down on the spot, he's put the ball back in there. And every guy that's done that, I tell you, that must be absolutely, you know, I wouldn't want to be doing that. So credit to them for doing that, all the players, and commiserations to Mr. Henderson. I'm sure he'll put it right next time round. So, okay, so that's happened with Kane. Colombia's discipline was completely, I don't know what their game plan was. I don't know what their manager said to them, but it seemed between the captain and the manager, they could not control themselves. They could not contain themselves. Yellow card after yellow card, headbutting, pulling people down, tripping people up. I don't understand this sort of football. I've always known South American teams to pass and pass and pass and, you know, flamboyant and stuff. All these sort of roughhouse tactics that I'm not getting it. Very, you know, very unprofessional. So at one point, I thought the referee was going to actually give a goal scorer a yellow card, because he was giving yellow cards to everybody out in the game. Once again, Raheem Sterling, why is this guy on the side? I've got no idea whatsoever. It baffles me. You've got Loftus-Cheek, you've got Rashford. They're two guys you could bring in. You know what I mean? Why are you keep playing Sterling? He's not a goal scorer. I don't know how many games he's played in now. If you watch replays, Sterling's there. The ball's either going over Sterling's head, Sterling's out of position, or Sterling's in position. He hits the ball straight at the goalkeeper. He misses he hits the ball past the goalkeeper. Not past the goalkeeper, past the post. You watch Sterling's highlights of when he gets close to the goal, like he's scared of shooting. So no idea why Raheem Sterling is still in the team. I've got no idea. Somebody said to me on Twitter tonight, "Oh, Raheem Sterling's in the side because he creates space and he's quick." Really? Well, every time I've seen Raheem Sterling, I've seen him fall on the floor. I've seen him running to defenders. I've seen him miss hit shots at goal. I've seen Raheem doing nothing. Having said that now, I'll say that. He might play the next game against Sweden and get a goal. That's just sod's law, isn't it? But I've seen nothing so far of Raheem Sterling to suggest he should even be been on that plane. I don't see it. I'm sorry. I'm sure a lot of England fans will say something different, but for me, I can't understand. Adam Scott's made a very, very good point here. He says that England not scoring from open play much. I agree. Lingard was the only one who did that for me, and it was a brilliant goal. Bad Guy says, good win, but England needs to step it up next match. England were lacking creativity in the second half. I agree. Henderson is a nervous wreck. I agree there. DJ Slick. Sterling's always been crap. Not a surprise. Rashford and Loftus-Cheek are better. I agree. Kane was playing. This is nothing. Harry Kane playing in central midfield. Well, if you're gonna play in central midfield, don't play Kane up front. Don't play with any strikers. Go with the manager formation and have a strikerless side. I don't understand. You've got Harry Kane playing deep in midfield. What's the point of that? Obviously, somebody's not doing their job in midfield. I'm just saying. So I don't understand this Harry Kane playing midfield. Yet again, I mentioned this about Kyle Walker. I said it before the game. I said I didn't want to, Kyle Walker is a liability. I've said it. He's got, if you look at Kyle Walker's face, he's got it printed on his forehead. I am a liability. And he plays like a liability. And yet again, Kyle Walker has lost possession, bombing forward. He's lost possession, doesn't pass the ball to the right person. And we're on the back foot. Kyle Walker, yet again, he is a serious question mark in England. So him, Raheem Sterling. And the other guy I'm looking at with some funny eyes is that guy on the left-hand side, Danny Rose. That's the third guy I'm looking at. I'm going, every time I see Rose running, I see him falling over and not, have you seen in this World Cup so far any England players actually running and beating anybody? I mean, Dele Alli, for all the skill he supposedly has, I've not seen him do anything magical. Lingard's the only guy. Lingard is the only man I've seen do something at his World Cup where he's run and he's scored a goal from open play. I've not seen no bit of brilliance, like you see from a Zidane, a brilliant pass, or or Beckham, long 40-yard pass. I haven't seen any of that. The only guy I've seen like that, strangely enough, has been the defender, Maguire. I thought Maguire has been a revelation in defence for England. He's been very, very good in defence. Jordan Pickford at the back again. I don't know. He's 24 years old, and he really looked like he was shitting his pants when he was doing the goalkeeping. But to be fair, he made two great saves. So fair play to Pickford. Did he make a save? Well, the first one was really the first one was the striker missing it up, but the save itself was the one that got England through. So I think Jordan Pickford is suspect, but I'd rather Jordan Pickford than looking at the smug face of Joe Hart in goal. Colombia disgraced themselves with the negative tactics and attempted to calm the referee. Kyle Walker's best position is right back, not centre back. Okay, we don't have a number 10 who's creative. We are playing inverted wingers like Sterling there. No harm, lads. It's not going on. Hence the issues. England played like Stoke for the last 40 minutes. What the hell was that all about? They must have been knackered. Yeah, well, they must have been. I'm just thinking to myself, would you ever see Lineker playing in midfield? Would you ever play Shearer playing in midfield? You just wouldn't. You just wouldn't see Shearer playing in midfield. The only guy that you really would say playing in midfield is my Rooney, but that's how he's got all these kind of dropped into the midfield sort of. But I've also midfield. He was always, for me, Wayne Rooney was always a guy who played behind the two. You know what? You're going to say I'm crazy here. You're going to say I'm stupid here. You're going to say I'm completely off my rocker. But I would have rather had someone like Wayne Rooney playing for England at this World Cup. And you're going to say, why? Because he's experienced. And he would have given you that creativity of an experienced player, a guy who can sort of like hold it together. I would like to see Rooney at this World Cup. Just a bit of experience, a cooler, calmer head. Well, I know Rooney's not cooler, calmer, but I would like to see somebody like that who can score from 40 yards out, who can do the free kicks. Trippier has been another guy who I think's a really, very good player for England. Trippier, Maguire, they're two guys I've liked. Dele Alli, a lot of posing, but I haven't seen much substance from him at this World Cup. And let me tell you something. If this World Cup at England ended for England tonight, what would you have taken away from all our England players? Kane, okay, he scored goals from the penalty spot. and scored inside the box. So you can't go to him. Sterling, question mark. Dele Alli, what exactly has he done? What exactly has Dele Alli done to be this fantastic player, to be in FIFA games? I don't see it. I don't see it. Maguire's been very good in defence. Henderson's been good in midfield, but maybe he's not so great penalty taker. That's what people are saying. England hasn't won penalties in 12 years. Wow. I think they said the statistic that it was only England had a 9% win rate after they get out the group stage. That's what it said. I was reading up an article on it today. We'll go on, England. Yes, Cairo. England is developing into a good team. The finishing is lacking, but I can take away some good positives. Yeah, you can take away some good positives. We're through to the next round. We still can't kill off games. We don't know how to keep possession and pass teams to death when it matters. It's going to come back to bite us in the later rounds of the cup. I agree with you there. I see Vardy taking the stick. Why didn't he take one? Well, he's meant to be one of the big England strikers, isn't he? Check this out. Vardy was on the pitch before Rashford. He's had more time than Rashford. But pick this one out. How the hell was he not taking a penalty, but Rashford could step up and take a penalty? What is all that about? Vardy went literally missing. I was asking the question, did aliens kidnap Vardy? Did Vardy leave the building or something? Vardy should have been there. He's big name for England, big name striker, paid lots of money for, and he won't take a penalty for England. What's all that about? Can't believe England went through. Anything can happen now. I wouldn't go as far as that. But I will say, generally, I've got to say England defended very well. Yeah, I know the last 5 minutes that headed goal by Mina, that was a good goal. But I think they defended very well. I like to see when the first guy couldn't get it, the second guy was always there. So defence looked more organised. Arsenal could have done with that sort of defence last season. Anyway, Delia doesn't look 100% fit. Okay. Sweeney's harder game than Colombia. Yes, but bookies disagree. Henderson is a Liverpool butler. He's always been crap. Absolute clown. Oh dear. Vardy was poor. Shout me out. Chris Peacock on our hype. Come on, England. Yes. Go on. Chris Peacock. Vardy bottled maybe. LOL. Vardy should join Colombia and go home. Well, do you know what I mean? Like I said, I've said it before. I think it should be Kane and Rashford just behind him. Really, I really do believe that. Ali shouldn't be playing. Yep, Ali. I have to say that Ali's been suspect. I'd like to see more of Loftus-Cheek. I'd like to see a little bit more of Rashford. I'd like to get rid of Rose. I'd like to get rid of Walker. I'd like to get rid of Sterling. Yeah, 3. Ashley Young. You know what? That experience, that being a little older, got to give him credit, because I remember Ashley Young down the left wing whipping balls into the box back in the day when I first saw Ashley Young play football. But he's done a good job. In the position he's played, he's done a good job. He's bombed forward. He's got back and defended. He's got forward. He's tried to cut into the box. He's been a hard worker. And I like Ashley Young, and I like what he's bringing to the England side. So fair play to Ashley Young. He might not be the greatest player. He might not be the poster boy. He might not be valued at 60 million or whatever, but he's a valuable player. And certainly, for me, he's earned his ticket to be going to this World Cup. Trust me, Arsenal defence is lacking. Unai Emery needs to drill the players into the ground for pre-season. Yeah, they took on the subject of Mr. Emery. Arsenal signed 3 players, have signed another defender today, I understand. Just off the topic, Ronaldo, rumours of him going to Juventus, and there's other rumours that Man United have bid 50 million for Cristiano Ronaldo. We'll have to wait and see how that develops. So Ashley Young has done a job. So shout out to Ashley Young for that. So he's one player I think is hard working. Eric Dyer. Now you see Eric Dyer, I predict he'll be a future England captain. I could see him being a future England captain. So I was happy he stood up and took that penalty. Really proud of Eric Dyer taking the penalty and doing the stuff. A penalty that Vardy should have taken. Again, a penalty that Vardy should have taken, not Henderson. But there we go. What else, people? What else can we talk about? What else should I talk to you about? That's about it. I'm happy with the England have qualified. That's me. They're through to the next round. What would I like to see for this next game against Sweden? Raheem Sterling off. I can't state enough, because I want a situation where those situations where Sterling has messed up, someone like Rashford may get onto and score a goal. He may create an opportunity. So I'd like to see Rashford. I've seen enough of Raheem Sterling, enough replays of Sterling missing shots at goal, enough replays of seeing the ball going past Sterling. I've seen enough. I'd even like to see Danny Welbeck in the side. I really would. In fact, I don't want to see Vardy. I've seen enough of Vardy. Take Vardy off, have Rashford, and if there's going to be an alternative person, bring Welbeck on. And he might not be great for Arsenal, but I think he's got that touch for England. England was right about Sterling, was rubbish again, and so was Dele Alli. England shouldn't get carried away with England. England didn't look like world beaters. We need to step it up again. Tell you something though, you know what? One thing that could be, what's the word? One thing that could be comforting for England supporters tonight is that you've seen teams in the past haven't looked great, but have found a way to get to the next round. I've seen Germany, with Germany starting off crap in the World Cup, and have found a way in the past to get themselves to a final. Now, for me, France are one of the teams that I'm tipping for a World Cup victory. I think they're a stronger side than England, but hey, they've got their own problems coming up. You know, and Russia, well, with Putin being their president and it being in Russia, I wouldn't be surprised if Russia made it to the finals. A convincing win for England. Hopefully, they won't survive another penalty shootout. Sweden are another situation altogether. Sterling don't rate him. Russia should have started. I agree with you. I think everyone agrees. France, Brazil, or Belgium win. Yeah, they're three strong sides there. Three strong sides. Do you like passing it back? Passing at the back like England do? That's another thing. I am very, very. Every time I see England passing the ball back, running around the defence, and Pickford running that, kicking the ball out. Every time I think about Joe Hart and him missing the ball and the ball going in the back of the net, I you know, the stakes are so high. I hate winning them pass the ball back. I hate it. They pass the ball around defence, and there's always a striker just lurking around there. And if I'm tactical, if I'm managing the England side, I'm out on any other opposition team, I say, you know what, this England side likes to pass the ball from the back. They like to do it a lot. Press them. Press Walker. Press them and see what happens. The worst that can happen is to kick the ball away from you. The best that can happen is one of these guys crack and we score a goal. So I don't like it. Another thing I don't like to see, I've seen England do, right? You've got, I'm here, guy's about 5 yards. He just passes the ball to there and he passes the ball back to him. Right here to here, here to here. I mean, if everyone's going to be passing the ball there to there to there to there to there, and you're not going anywhere forward. You do that 3 or 4 times, and then you pass ball back to the keeper. Don't get it. There's no progression from that. So that's another thing I don't like. Can France get past that Uruguay defense? Good question. I'm Scottish, but who knows? Maybe you can. Hello, Putin's pressure will have them scared out of their socks. I agree. That is something that I'm very, very wary of. The power of Putin at a football. You know, you shouldn't think that way, but that is something that concerns me. Seriously concerns me. But yeah, you know, and the other thing I never understand, if somebody could educate me today about football, I just don't get it. What is it after England win a football match, people come out of a pub and they are almost hooligan-like? I don't understand it. Loud screaming, it's coming up, it's coming up. I'm like, well, you know, the excitement is like when England celebrate. Have you ever noticed when England celebrate, they score a goal, they celebrate like they're winning the World Cup? Now, to me, I'd cut all that crap out. If I were a manager, I'd cut that crap out. Score the goal, you expect to score the goal, get back to the line, let's go again. Instead of celebrating like they've won a World Cup, score your goal, get back to the line, let's go again. That was good, let's go again. Instead of celebrating, that's all celebration, like, yeah, we've won the cup. No, just get back to your line, let's do it again. We did something good, let's do it again. rather than celebrating. Maybe that's just me. Again, Pablo is not available to supply my cocoa. Thanks, England. Evening, bad guy. I had to pause the penalties, even though I was so nervous for them. LOL. Yeah, it is. The penalty thing was a very nervous thing. But one thing we can say about England, which is great, is that at least Southgate got it. He seemed to have got it. He seemed to have said, you know what? I'm going to practice penalties. I'm going to practice penalties. So many other teams haven't done it. I'm going to practice penalties. And it showed. So that's good. I'm really happy about that element of things. So I don't think Southgate's getting enough credit. England defensively have looked pretty assured, to pick the side that he's picked defensively. I think it's good. And he's left Gary Cahill out. Hasn't he? Cahill's not in that side, is he? No. So I'm really impressed the fact he's going with this Maguire guy. So I'm very, very impressed. So fair play to Southgate. I mean, the guy gets a lot of stick for being a yes man, but he's done what needs to be done. He's done better than a lot of the other England managers previous to him. So you have to give him some credit for that. And I'm sure Southgate was, you will need win if you get credit from English public or press. Loftus-Cheek baller. Yes, what England needs, more creativity. So it's up. Sweden's next in the group. So the next round, the quarterfinals. So ultimately, and I'm being honest here, teams like England should be beating teams like Sweden. They really got to beat teams like Sweden. They've got to beat teams like Sweden and Colombia. But what I want to see is England beating these teams like they beat Panama. I want to see them beating teams more convincingly, more goals, more creativity. But it seems that anytime we play a decent side, we seem to either bottle it or we seem to shut up shop. I understand. I'm happy for England as no voting, proud Scottish Brit. 80% of England are drunk now, lol. Would be a different result if they would have had James. Yes. Loftus-Cheek should start. I agree with that. I think Loftus-Cheek should be given a chance to start. So, but I suspect, unless Ali is not, I suspect Southgate will go if it's not broke, don't fix it. He'll probably say, this is the team that's done well for me. I'm going to play his team again, which I don't agree with. Ingram, what winger would you want Arsenal to sign? Vasquez, Martins, Dembele, Forsberg, Lozano, or Pavon? None of them. There's a guy at Barcelona who I, for my foot manager, always sign, and he's a beautiful right winger. I wish DJ Slick was here at the moment. What's the guy's name? Goods. Guedes. Goods. The guy down the right-hand side, like Goods, is an amazing player. Let me see something. This football manager thing is so accurate. It's unreal. Like certain players, it's so accurate. I was looking at Baka. He was one of the guys that I signed. It's funny. I signed him in my England for my. Which team did I sign him for? I think I signed Baka for my Arsenal side one season. I think DJ Slick might remind me, but I did sign him for my Arsenal side. All those great legendary nights of me trying to win the Champions League. Are you talking about Andrea Gomez? No, I'm not talking about Andrea Gomez. I'm talking about a guy called Goods. Guedes. Goods. Right winger. Absolutely beautiful. Probably won't hear about him much, but Goods down the right hand side. It was like there were players I used to play. I used to play a guy called Gabriel Jesus, but now everyone loves him. He's at Man City. So yeah, Goods is a guy I like to see down the right hand side. Pretty accurate, good play down the right hand side. Goods, yes. I'd like to see him down the right hand side. Yeah, only because it's for foot manager's sake. That's all. Mina looks a good player. I know a lot of people are. Yeah, that's the guy. Mina, yeah, he does look a decent player. I heard a story that they were trying to buy Mina, buy him at Chelsea. He was one of the guys who were looking to buy. He don't play for Barcelona. Well, I don't know if he plays for Barcelona now. He was playing. He was in there under 21s or under 23s. He plays for Valencia. Yeah, maybe that transfer's been made now. He maybe has transferred from Barca to Valencia, but he was a Barcelona player. So says Football Manager. Lozane is just a box-to-box player, not sold on him yet. I heard that Rashford's unsettled. So if Rashford's unsettled, I would buy Rashford for Arsenal. If I had the chance, I'd buy Rashford for Arsenal. Why not? We keep selling players to Man United. Why not buy Rashford and bring him to Arsenal? He can play down the right. He can play through the middle. He can play on the left. He's a good player, Rashford. So I'd bring Rashford in for Arsenal, definitely. But hey, I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, just to end, let me think on this football. To end this football presentation or thing. Congratulations again to England. Commiserations to Colombia. When I'm back, we'll be talking boxing, and have I got some great news for you. If you love Facebook, you love boxing, I've got a great announcement to tell you. Sterling's class needs to shake off the nerves. Really? Really? Sterling's class needs to shake off nerves. Well, he's a lot of nerve. He's been doing a lot of shaking off. Since England landed in Russia, he seemed to be nervous. He shouldn't be playing. Strange United want to sell him. Still young, with a ton of potential. Yeah, there might be something there in that. Right. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in a moment. Back with some great boxing news. Thanks for watching. And if you've liked it, please hit the like button. Smash the like button. And subscribe. I'm out. Take care.